Are you just drowning in health advice? I mean, every time you scroll, it seems like there's a new, completely impossible rule for living the perfect, healthy life. It is confusing, it's exhausting, and honestly, most of it is just noise. So let's cut through all that static and figure out what a truly sustainable, healthy lifestyle actually looks like based on real science.
You know this list, right? You've seen it. Wake up before the sun, live on nothing but kale juice, never ever miss a workout, and just pretend carbs don't exist. These extreme rules are absolutely everywhere, and they make health feel like this all-or-nothing game that's just impossible to win. And if you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by it all, trust me, you are not alone.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If that extreme approach is just not sustainable, and let's be real, it's often flat out wrong, what's the alternative? What does the evidence really say works for long-term health and, actually feeling good?
To answer that, we're going to lean on the Dr. Mike Playbook. Think of it as a guide that helps separate the actual scientific facts from those fleeting social media trends. This whole playbook is about evidence-based principles that are designed to fit into your real life, not completely take it over.
And here it is. This is the framework. It's built on 5 simple but really powerful pillars: sleep, movement, nutrition, stress control, and prevention. These 5 things, they're the foundation of genuine, long-lasting health. So let's break them down one by one.
First step, and it's first for a very good reason, is Pillar 1, foundational sleep. And we call it foundational because, look, without it, every other effort you make, from your workouts to your diet, is just so much less effective. It really is the non-negotiable base for everything else.
So, what are we shooting for? Well, the science on this is incredibly clear. The magic number, the sweet spot we're all aiming for, is somewhere between 7 and 8 hours of quality sleep every night. And that doesn't just mean being in bed, it means actual, restful sleep.
And this is why that number matters so much. Getting quality sleep isn't passive. Your body is working hard. It's regulating critical hormones that control your appetite and stress. It's boosting your metabolism. It's supporting your brain function, helping with memory. It's literally protecting your heart. When you skimp on sleep, you're compromising all of this.
Okay, let's move on to Pillar 2, and you'll see how this all connects. Consistent movement. Now notice the key word here is consistent, not intense or brutal. This is a huge mental shift for a lot of us. The goal is not to destroy yourself in the gym. It's to build a regular, sustainable habit of activity.
And you know what? It can be surprisingly simple. How much of a difference can a little bit of consistency make? Well, just 30 minutes of walking a day has a massive, measurable impact on your overall health. Everything from your cardiovascular system to your mood. That's it, 30 minutes.
So what does a sustainable plan actually look like? It's a pretty simple combination, really. You have your daily walk as your baseline, then you just sprinkle in some kind of strength training 2 or 3 times a week to keep your muscle mass up. And this is a big one. You make a conscious effort to just sit less. That simple combo is both incredibly effective and totally achievable.
All right, on to Pillar 3, balanced nutrition. This is probably where most of the online noise and confusion lives, right? With all the endless rules and restrictions. But again, the science-backed approach is not about perfection. It is all about finding and creating balance. So the key here is to focus on what you should include, not just what you should cut out. These are the building blocks. You prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. You make sure you're getting enough protein, which helps with muscle and keeps you full. You load up on fiber from fruits and veggies. You include healthy fats for your brain and heart. And yeah, of course, you consciously reduce, not eliminate, just reduce highly processed sugar. Okay, now we're going to group our final 2 pillars together because they're really about playing the long game. We're talking about stress control and prevention. These are the habits that are so often overlooked, but they protect you from those silent threats that can build up over time.
Let's start with stress. We have to get this. Chronic, unmanaged stress is just as physically damaging as a bad diet. It is not just in your head. So actively managing it is a total non-negotiable for good health. And the good news is, it can be as simple as practicing a few minutes of deep breathing, taking those daily walks we already talked about, or setting some firm boundaries with your phone and your screens.
And finally, Pillar 5 is all about prevention. A truly healthy lifestyle is proactive, not reactive. What that means is, you don't wait for a problem to pop up. You schedule those regular checkups with your doctor. You keep an eye on key things like your blood pressure, and you get routine blood work done to catch potential issues way before they become serious diseases.
If you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. This quote is the entire philosophy in a nutshell. Small habits done daily beat intense habits done rarely. Consistency will always win out over short-term, unsustainable intensity. It's a game changer.
And this just perfectly illustrates the huge mindset shift we're talking about. We're moving away from the myth of perfection and extremism, and we're moving toward the reality of balance and daily effort. We're trading intensity for consistency, and we are ditching the whole idea of a quick fix for the real power of sustainable habits. This, right here, is the path to long-term success.
So all of this brings us to the most important part, taking action. Look, it's not about changing everything overnight. It's about starting somewhere small. Looking back at those 5 pillars, what is one small, manageable habit you can start today? Maybe it's just a 10-minute walk. Maybe it's setting a bedtime reminder on your phone. What's it going to be for you?